Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video. This time around we are doing dragons and more dragons and more dragons. I'm basically categorizing or guiding you through every single dragon there is in Trove. So if you watched this video or if you watched one of these videos before, the intro is going to be the same for each and every single video. I'm going to use the same one for each one so I can explain to the people that do click a random one and not just the first one that you know, this is the same, and kind of explaining how it goes. So if you've seen this intro, you can click ahead. In the description there is links to a bunch of stuff, but also to timestamps so you can get to whatever dragon you are looking for if you just want to skip ahead. But if you haven't watched this intro, I suggest you do so. There's not going to be a lot of talking or a lot of entering into this, but there is a little bit explaining why I didn't put all the dragons into the same video. It's because that over time Trove introduces new dragons, and those dragons, if I make one big video, I can't put all those, so I have to make a different one. So I decided that I wanted to do at least 3 dragons in a video, maybe more, up to like 7 or something, like some that made sense to put together. So some of the videos are a little bit longer than others, some are a little bit shorter, but they are categorizing all of them. So when they introduce new dragons, as they did not too recently, they introduced 3 new dragons. Those 3 new dragons, you know, is just gonna end up in the playlist that is on the channel. So it's just, you know, go through all of them as it is. It says in the title which ones is what, and also in the description, of course, so you can kind of figure out which dragons you are looking for. So that's basically the intro, so there's not really much more to say. That was just explaining why I did it like I did it, and not in one big video, as that there's a lot of dragons out there. And yeah, so that was the intro. Now we can start going into the dragons. Enjoy. So this dragon is called Flakbeard, and the way you obtain the fragments for Flakbeard is that you go out into any world there is where there is water, especially if you go out to the water worlds. Right here you're gonna find him on random islands and stuff like that. There's not really a specific way to find him. You have to find a bigger version of what it looks like right here, and you just go out, especially on Fridays. You get extra fragments if you do it there, so make sure you maybe do it on Fridays. But you find him and you get more fragments on Friday. You also get more depending on what world you go into. If you go into U9, you are gonna get more than you're gonna do in like U5 or U6, for example. But he is anywhere in the water world, as actually in the treasure islands, I might say more specifically. The treasure islands, you're gonna find them around. That's the island, or not the island, but the zone or biome that has the little steering wheel, the little ship steering wheel on the map. So you go there, you're gonna fly around or run around at least, or sail around at least, right? And you're gonna find this, and you are going to obtain fragments from that. And if you go U9, you are going to get 5 fragments from the boss, and if you have more, if it's Friday, you're going to get more. But you are guaranteed to get 5 fragments if you do it in U9 level, that is. So other than that, you are going to go back to the Dragon Crucible and get yourself 50 fragments. But other than that, you also need the 300 dragon coins. You need your 25,000 flux. Then you need Glim. We've talked about Glim a lot of times. So Glim is just, you know, when you're breaking things and doing dungeons and stuff like that, you get randomly that. Then you got the golden seashells, and golden seashells get you from Treasure Island dungeons, and also from there's small boxes out at sea you can shoot, and those also contain them, or you can obtain them on the marketplace if you want to do so. But you just get these randomly while doing dungeons in the Treasure Island biome, so make sure you do that, or just pick them up from, they're not very expensive on the marketplace, so not a big deal. But you get 50 of these fragments. As you can see, you obtain these from wild Flakbeards, so that's, like I said, you get that, and you get 50 of these fragments, and go back and craft yourself a Flakbeard pirate. Alright, so this next dragon is the chocolate dragon, and if you saw the last dragon, the Flakbeard segment, then this is basically exactly the same thing, except that you have to go to a different biome than the Treasure Island ones that was in the other one. This one, you are going to go into the Candoria areas, and The best way to maybe obtain it can be through going only in Prime World 2, because that has the most, Candoria biomes, but you do get more fragments in U9 if you can find the biomes, and you're not guaranteed to get a dragon in there all the time, but it's a random when you're gonna find it, and it looks exactly like this chocolate one, just in a very bigger way, and you also have to defeat it. You are guaranteed to get 5 fragments on U9, and is also if you use Fridays, for example, you get extra fragments from the dragon if you find it, so it's a good idea to do it on Fridays. So yeah, just go out there, find the bigger version of this, defeat it, and you are gonna get yourself a chocolate dragon fragments. And when you have obtained 50 of these here fragments, you're gonna go back to the Dragon Crucible, and all you have to do is you get 300 dragon coins, 25,000 flux, and some wild cupcakes, and the Candoria fragments, as I said, 50 of these. And these wild cupcakes, you can get these on the marketplace, or you can go around in the Candoria biome as you are doing hunting these. You can find these around. They're very common, and yeah, you only need 750, so that's not very much. But they're also very inexpensive because they're very accessible. So not very much other than getting these Candoria dragon fragments from the dragon. That's kind of the hunt in it. So this is the way you get your chocolate dragon, and we can move on to the next one. Alright, so this next dragon is the deep sea one, as I call it, and as the other the other two you just saw, you have to find the big version of this out in the world. And the way you find it is that you go to any of these drowned worlds out here, right from Uber 3 all the way to 9. Again, you get more fragments at 9, but you just run around in the water worlds, and if you find a spot that is darker blue than the other water is on the map, that is where there's gonna be one. So you just dive down, there should be a portal. Sometimes it's a little bit covered, but there should be, when you dive down, there should be showing up on the right here, it show up that there is a dungeon there. You enter the dungeon and you defeat the boss there, and it's gonna drop you the fragments as you defeat it. And you, like I said, you can get 5 fragments if you do it in your 9, but if you do it in on Fridays, you get even more. So you just have to go out to the drowned worlds, as I said, find the dark blue spots. It takes a while. It's called the open sea, but it's just a very small area actually, and you can find the guy there. He's guaranteed to be in those biomes if somebody hasn't done it, of course, but if nobody has done it, they're guaranteed to find this guy here. So when you're done that, you can go back to the Dragon Crucible. You need 50 fragments to get that one, and it's right here, 50 fragments. Then you need, of course, 300 dragon coins, 25,000 flux. You need some ancient scales and some enchanted scales, and yourself the deep sea dragon fragments, as I said, 50 of these. So the ancient scales is when you loot collect fish, rare fish. So when you are fishing in any biome and you get yourself a rare fish, you can obtain this. And the same thing is with enchanted fish. So basically just any fish, just fish, and you're gonna get these, of course. So I can't say precisely which fish it is. It's the enchanted and it's the rare ones. So any of these you can search on the internet and you can get these. But you can also, of course, buy these off the marketplace if you want to do so. You don't need really like that. They're not expensive at all because a lot of people are fishing, and yeah, they're very, very inexpensive. So these are not the big problem at all for this here dragon. So just get these off the marketplace or fish if you're fishing anyways. Just remember to keep these, or yeah, if you sold them, then buy some for yourself again. But yeah, that's how you're gonna obtain yourself the deep sea dragon. So there was this. These were all the dragons, and that's it.